Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening community call where we get together every Monday evening, except on special holidays. And we celebrate successes, we do upstates, sometimes we do some training. And this evening, I am very excited because someone very special in our community just became a director, and I've been working with this woman and have fallen in love with her. She's a huge gift to our community, and I'm going to let her sponsor introduce her. And so I'm going to turn things over to Michelle Niels.
Hi, Robin.
Hello,
Thank
Michelle.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let me make this a bigger screen here. Okay.
Your lighting is very strange.
Is it weird? Is that better?
That's better.
I'm trying to figure out the lighting here. Okay, thank you, Robin.
Okay.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Barbara Jennings. She and I became friends almost immediately when we met. I met her about 20 years ago, and she was a NIA instructor at the health club that I belonged to, and just a most effusive, enthusiastic, passionate dancer and great teacher. And that was before she went to chiropractic school. And then I met up with her again after, when she was pregnant with her youngest, and started doing classes with her again. And then we had a period of time where we didn't see each other, a number of years. And then Barbara and I got reconnected about 2 years ago, which was about a month after I discovered LifeWave, or after Helen Peake shared LifeWave with me. And I shared it with Barbara, and I invited her to lunch, and I brought her a couple patches, and I put one on her and gave her some, I think it was the stem cell article was, I think, the first thing I shared. Barbara, do you want to come on as I'm sharing about you, and we'll see your lovely face. Hello, my friend.
Hi.
And Barbara was, I believe, the second person I signed up in LifeWave, and she became a manager pretty quickly, and we have just been having so much fun. Barbara and I, we live in the same town. Well, I'm a little farther now, but I work in Fort Collins, where Dr. Barbara lives and works, and we actually share an office space now. I mean, we're in a suite of offices. So I'd like to just ask you some questions, Barbara, so that our community can get to know you a little bit more and how you got to director. So first of all, what was it that made you say yes when I first shared with you about LifeWave?
Well, a couple things. First of all, I knew you, and I'd known you a long time, and I trusted you. So we already had a good relationship and a foundation of knowing that we're both interested in health and natural health, especially. So it really was built on that foundation. So that's important to know. And then copper peptide, stem cells. Yeah, I know stem cells are a big deal. I've been looking into them. I'd actually been approached on the phone, in person, by email, in the mail, from lots of different organizations and people trying to get me to offer different kinds of stem cells. I don't know if I've ever said that before. So stem cells were definitely on my radar. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, I'll try it. Those two things.
Yay! That's awesome. And then how have you integrated the patches into your chiropractic practice?
So I carefully, right? and only when I think, number one, my patient really needs it. Number two, my patient would be open to it. And so I think, everybody's different. Everybody comes to see me for a different reason. But when I think there's a good fit, then I just say, so some people know me well enough when I say, can I tell you about the coolest thing that I've found this last year? Mm-hmm. Or, something I'm really excited about that I learned about and I've been using. A lot of my patients say, yes, what is it? um, and others are like, oh, okay. So I just tell them, I always have patches in my office. I try to keep at least one sleeve of everything. So I have an inventory. Some I sell individually. Sometimes I'll sell a whole pack. But I just tell them, here's something that I think will really help you, and here's why, right? It's photobiomodulation. I explain what photobiomodulation is. I tell them that it doesn't interact with any of the medication that they may be on, and it's totally natural, and it's really easy to use, and here's what it could potentially do for you. Would you like to try it? Almost everybody says yes. I think that if you just take advantage of an opportunity to explain what it is and how it works, that most people are interested.
Beautiful. For the practitioners that are on the call on this Zoom tonight, this is really helpful. Chiropractors, acupuncturists, massage therapists, would you give us just this as a simple example, Dr. Barbara? How would you share the patches with, let's say, a patient who's in pain? Let's just start with that. How would you introduce?
Well, as a chiropractor in my office, a lot of people's first introduction to the patches is with IceWave because of pain. So I asked them if they would like to try something that has a really good chance of helping relieve their pain and is really easy to use. And of course, if they're in pain, they say yes, right? So I'll just pull out my IceWave and put it on them right then. And IceWave isn't 100% for everybody, but it works for most people. And, if we find the right place, then they're amazed and they can hardly believe it. And sometimes I'll take it off and say, now how does it feel? But, I realized, I've learned it once IceWave has had a great impact and brought relief in 30 seconds, if you take it right off, the old pain doesn't come back like that, right? It actually, it's relieved pain for a while. So they still enjoy some pain relief, even if they've only had it on 1 minute and you take it off.
Beautiful.
So I, again, I explain photobiomodulation. I explain how the two patches work by actually moving electrons and helping shift that congestion away from the pain and out and away from it. And that's how it can work so quickly. And, we see how that works. And if it's appropriate, I'll tell them about X39, or maybe I'll wait till a different appointment.
Beautiful. For those who aren't aware, Dr. Barbara is one of our doctors in rotation on the Tuesday evening calls. And we just love having you in our community, Barbara. We just love, and I just love doing business with a friend. So one of the highlights of this profession is that we get to choose who we work with, and I chose a gem here with Dr. Barbara. So one last thought before we turn it to Robin. So one of your more recent ventures has been into educational webinars. Would you share with us a little bit about how you decided to do that and how that's been working for you?
Yeah. Well, especially after this whole pandemic where, I had to shut down, I had to close my office for a couple of months, and things are finally getting back to normal for me, but not all of my patients are back to normal. I have a big patient list. I thought, I haven't seen all of my patients recently, and I want them to know about this. So I just decided to take my email list and take a chunk at a time and invite them to a webinar. So I created a webinar that is really just focused on the stem cell activation patch and explain what it is, how it works. I tell them there's, about the money back guarantee. And at the end, I offer to have a phone call one-on-one with them. And I have found that to be really helpful. I've done I've done one webinar a week since late July, I think, and that has helped me build my team. And I have some of my builders participating in that effort with me as well.
Oh, yes, that sounds like a lot of fun. I still need to get on one of your webinars. What are the two subjects that you put? Those were interesting subjects, subject line that you put in your emails to people, Barbara. The coolest thing your body makes that you've never heard of or something?
Yeah, that's what I call the GHK copper peptide. The coolest thing your body makes that you've never heard of.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. And the other subject line was for people who thought stem cells were expensive.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Barbara. And Robin, if you want to come back on, my heart is full. Thank you. I'm so happy you're on our team.
I love the company I'm keeping. So and Dr. Barbara, you said a lot of gems in there. And, this is really for a lot of people, they know of stem cells, but an educational sale. So by educating people, you're developing the trust. You already have the trust and respect with your patients, but this way you can reach a broader audience and anybody can do that. And that's the thing. What's that? What do you say about copper peptide? The thing your body does? How do you say that?
I call it the coolest thing your body makes that you've never heard of.
That's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I love that.
So, I really think it is.
It is. It really is. So congratulations. And I'm so thrilled to have you as part of our leadership team and continue to learn from you. I get inspired by you every time I talk to you. And thank you, Michelle, for bringing such a great gem. It takes one to know one. We love the Mutual Admiration Society that we have going on here.
We do. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Congratulations, Barbara.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, so moving along here, our next part is that we just want to introduce, we kind of go Monday, Tuesday, and tomorrow night we have our introduction to LifeWave and our technology, a little bit about the history of the company and the technology and a little intro of David. And then we have a special doctor every week. Dr. Barbara is one of our doctors in rotation, as I call them, and every week I get to learn from them. This week we have Dr. Jeff Hubbard, who will be with us. He's out of Dallas, and he's a fabulous guy. He has his own program called AskDrJeff.org, a half hour before our call. So you can get a double dose if you want. So then over to you, Gregory, for the next part.
Well, wonderful. Well, good evening, everyone. And I'm excited to introduce our Vibrant Living Story of the Week, Victoria Reed. She has a wonderful story, and she's just a loyal, she plugs in. She's on almost all of our calls. And Victoria, if you want to unmute yourself and turn your camera on, I'll just let you share your story live.
All righty.
Hey,
hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. We are traveling down the road somewhere in Arkansas right now. So I had surgery on my hand August 26th. What was the date? Oh, for crying out loud. Time moved too fast. I had surgery on my hand. I was told they removed a trapezium bone, and I was told that it would be a very painful surgery, a very painful recovery. 6 weeks in a cast or a splint, and then after that, 16 weeks of occupational therapy at 2 hours a week. So when I had my surgery, I went in for my surgery, I had X39 and I had glutathione patches on. I came out of surgery, I was in a tremendous amount of pain. They had to give me three times the normal amount of nerve blocks. That's how painful it was. Went home, put my ice wave on, put one up at the top of where the cast was and the white one down at the bottom of the cast. Wore my X39, continued to wear my glutathione, had my surgical dressing removed 10 days later, and the doctor started moving my thumb and said, I want you to start occupational therapy right away. So it was 17 days in. I went to my first occupational therapy appointment for it was an hour appointment. For a half hour, she did an intake. And when I walked in and I took the splint off my hand, she said, "You shouldn't be able to do that." And when she started showing me the exercises she wanted me to do, and I was able to do them, she said, "You shouldn't be able to do this." And I pointed to the patch that was on my hand and I said, "It is this patch that is doing this." I went back for my doctor's follow-up 32 days in after my surgery, and then followed that up with my occupational therapist. And my occupational therapist said, "You are done. I can't do anything more with you. You are done." And my doctor wants to see me one more time, but he basically said, "You're fine." So it's the patches. That is absolutely amazing. I didn't think that they were going to perform that fast, that quickly, and particularly for someone my age. Everybody was shaking their head saying, "You should not be able to do this."
That's amazing, Victoria. So if I'm understanding, they said you're going to be having a splint on your hand or something for like a month and a half, and then you're going to go through 16 weeks. That's like 4 months of therapy. And 4 weeks into it, they're saying you don't even need therapy.
And with the iWave patch, 36 hours after my surgery, all of my pain medication I stopped. And I was on they gave me some pretty heavy duty pain medication.
That is so fabulous. Congratulations. That's so awesome. So rapid healing, elimination of pain, we've got it all. Thank you, and drive safe.
Well, thank
Okay. Well, great. Robin, I think I'll turn it back to you. I'm not sure what's next on our agenda today.
We have a lot of things that are next. And Victoria, that's an amazing story. And if you click on the link in your newsletter, you'll get to hear her without the road noise, but we love having you on the road. And Victoria and her husband, Jim, drive semis, and they deliver, I think it's Broadway sets or something like that. So it's pretty amazing. They're all over the place, and she's doing the business from the road, and she makes it look good too. And Victoria is one of our admins for Vibrant Living. We have 2 more weeks where we will give a free sleeve and 30 gift cards to the person who gets the most engagement on their story. And so engagement means likes and comments. So please go to those stories and engage, and please share your stories, because people need to hear them, because that's how we help a lot of people, is getting ideas from each of us about what's going on. So moving on, this week, there's a lot going on in LifeWave land. David Schmidt is doing a special webinar on Wednesday. It will not be recorded. It's for the US, I guess Canada too, although they say US. Things are a little different in the US and Canada. He's giving some updates. It's a vaccine update. So we don't have any more information than that, but the link to register is in the newsletter. So catch that. And then the fall sprint has begun. The spring sprint was a favorite, and they brought it back, and you get points for enrolling, golds and diamonds. You get points for upgrading people to gold or diamond. You get points for customers. You get points for retention. You get points, and with points, you get gifts. So those of you that are the master customer getters, you do well in this one. And the company, obviously, you reward the behavior you want more of. Well, guess what we want more of? So the details on the fall sprint are available in our Facebook page, and also in the LifeWave Business Builders Facebook page. And then the next big event coming up is in Florida at the Gaylord Resort, November 11th to 14th. Lots of exciting things going on, and we can't spill the beans, but you're going to be really happy with so many things. And we're so looking forward to being with each other in person. Oh my gosh. It's going to be wonderful. So that's happening 11th to 14th in November, and you can register today. Okay, back to you, Gregory.
I've got some news to share. Every Wednesday we have a Director and Above Mastermind call, and they're usually very juicy, very lively. And we had a really wonderful call last Wednesday. And as a result of that call, we're making some changes in our call schedule. And as of this Thursday, our business chat is going to change. And as of this Saturday, we're ending the Saturday trainings. We all agreed, the foundation's been laid. We have so many wonderful recordings, primarily of Judy and I going through the 4-step proven plan of action, that we don't need those live anymore. So what we are going to be doing is each Thursday, we're now going to be doing and we'll go into that. Starting this week, we're going to be discontinuing our Saturday morning business training and enhancing the Thursday morning business chats. And the things we're going to do is, number one, the chats will be formally expanded to 30 minutes. They almost always go over 20. They started out at 20 minutes a year and a half ago, but they're so juicy, they usually run closer to 30. So we're just going to tell everybody, plan on 30 minutes. If you can't stay for the whole call, that's fine. But they're going to be 30 minutes of business. And the way it's going to be, it'll be business topic driven and hosted by various field leaders. The first 15 minutes, it'll be a training on that topic. And the next 15 minutes will be open chat and Q&A on that topic. And, who knows, some of the questions might slip in. But I'm excited to say to kick it off this Thursday, coming up, myself and Darlene are going to be doing a training and discussing our new stem cell educational home meeting guidelines. And this is something we've been working behind the scenes with a lot of the directors and field leaders to develop a simple pathway to do a simple stem cell home educational meeting. And we're having Darlene work with us on it because she's been doing it every week. She kind of gave us the nudge. She started telling us about the results she's having by doing, LifeWave stem cell meetings in her home and signing up new people every week and new people coming every week. And we thought maybe it's time, in different places, the pandemic and the comfort level is higher and lower. But if you're comfortable, maybe you'd like to start a small, educational home meeting, or maybe it'll end up being in a small, library or community space. But you can actually click here and download the outline, the stem cell educational home meeting guidelines. And this Thursday morning, Darlene and I are going to walk you through it and then open up for some discussion. So that's going to kick it off. And going forward, every Thursday, there'll be a different field leader on a specific topic. And these will all be showcased. And, every Friday, the Thursday business chats are added to the Live Younger YouTube channel, liveyoungeryoutube.com. So if you can't make it live and it's a subject of your interest, you can just pop into our YouTube channel at any time. So we're very excited about that change. I think it makes a lot of sense for where we are right now. Beautiful. So back over to you, darling.
Okay, well, I do want to thank all the leaders that we have, and we want you guys, everyone, to know that your voice matters, and reach up to your upline director and they will give your feedback on our directors calls, because we want to do what you want, and we're certainly open to change at any time. So you'll just notice we're very flexible, and please let us know if you have ideas or things we could make even better. Let us know. And onward, last Friday, we had Richard Davidson on our 30 Minutes of Wisdom. And this is a longtime friend and one of the very first phone calls we made when Gregory got his diagnosis. And he teaches people how to have your body become an unfriendly place for disease. And that's if your body's alkaline, disease, I think 99.9% of disease can't live there. And we got rave reviews over this. So you can connect on with that through the YouTube channel, and you can go to his website. He's got some recommended books. He's just a true servant's heart and a wealth of wisdom and a great resource for so many people. And he had Zoe on, who's a young woman from the UK that has had a total transformation. And I don't want to spoil the story. So check that out. Okay, back to you,
and it's
Gregory.
just a great combination, being alkaline in combination with the LifeWave technologies is a ticket to health. That's for sure. So we brought this up last week, and it's in there if you have a chance to check out our new Nitty Gritty Basics app for your smartphone. It's real easy. You can click here to download the Basics app onto your phone, or you click there for installation instructions, or you can just put your phone up and your QR code reader on your phone, and it'll automatically download to you. It's the same exact content as Nitty Gritty Basics, only now it's available to rapidly load on your smartphone, and you can have, just click on there. So we've got In Touch to recruit people, and we've got Nitty Gritty Basics to train them. So, and just a good to know for this week is, just so everybody knows, because everybody can't be on every call. Some of us are, but not everybody can be. Our Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday webinars are all uploaded into the Live Younger YouTube on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Robin and I are blessed to have an amazing personal assistant. We call her our personal angel, Bethany, and she works for us 3 days a week. And so when she comes in on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she uploads all the previous calls. So I just want to let you know, some people wonder, well, when's the calls going to be uploaded? And they're uploaded on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So with that being said, this is the, altered schedule. So highlighted in yellow are the changes. Saturday distributor skills training is discontinued. And the Monday and Thursday chats are now, instead of a 20-minute chat, they're a 30-minute chat. So that's pretty much what we had to share for tonight's call. So Robin, did you have any final comments you wanted to share?
I'm just looking through the chat to see if there's anything there that we need to address. Pete, thank you, Pete. And yes, we want to see you in Mexico again too. We're actually thinking about it, but we'll talk to you. We'll set something up. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. And we're at a very exciting time with LifeWave. And congratulations, Dr. Barbara, once again. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. And again, congratulations, Dr. Barbara. So excited about your success. An important step along the way. Good night, everyone.